No one can stop me, I feel like the greatest. Don't say be humble, I patiently waited. All of this love and I ain't even.
Yo, what is good, everybody? My name is the Coach King. Today I'm going to be going through the second part of this series, Underrated, Overrated, or Fair, where I give 3 similar coasters, in this case Iron Rattler, Wicked Cyclone, and Steel Vengeance, and say which one I think is underrated, overrated, or fairly rated. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Starting off with the underrated spot, I'm going to put in Wicked Cyclone at Six Flags New England. This is one of my favorite RMCs out there. It has a phenomenal layout, a great use of the inversions, and everything is really awesome on this ride. This first drop, especially in the back row, is absolutely insane. You get so much airtime. You're flown out of your seat in the back, and it really makes for a great first drop. This ride is perfectly smooth from my opinions, and when it runs well, which is in the summer usually, this thing hauls, man. It goes through these inversions quick. These bank turns are awesome. The airtime hills are great, and this triple down right here is just awesome. It just makes the ride, and you get so much airtime. Once again, especially in the back row. So that's why I think it's one of the better RMCs out there from my experiences with it. It has 3 inversions. It's not the tallest RMC for sure, but it's definitely not bad. The drop still pulls you out of your seat, and you still definitely move throughout the layout very quickly. So these inversions, especially this third one, you get a lot of hang time because it's a little slower on this third lap here, but it still is a lot of great airtime in the back row and a lot of fun. So now with our overrated spot is Iron Rattler. I know some of you probably wanted me to put Steel Vengeance as overrated, but I can't do it. So I'm putting Iron Rattler as overrated for one reason: the length of the ride. The ride is awesome. There's no doubt about it. I've been on it. It's just a great ride. I love how it interacts with the core wall. It's not the tallest ride, but it is definitely awesome. It really uses the terrain well, and that's something that has a strength on it. But the reason that I'm going to say it's not as good as some other people are saying it as is just because of the length and the quality of airtime that we're getting. So as you go over this first drop, the first drop is not that great compared to some other RMCs I've been on. Wicked Cyclone, as I just talked about, definitely has a better drop than it, no doubt about it. I don't think it's because it's the twisted drop. I just think that Wicked Cyclone has a better drop, and that definitely helps Wicked Cyclone be better than Iron Rattler. I don't like how people usually rank this like super high, like the Golden Ticket Awards ranks it insanely high. Now we're on the core wall, and what you see here is on this core wall, when they go on the core wall, it's very sluggish. So you're gonna kind of like dilly-dally around here. You're not really moving too quick. Maybe you get some airtime over some of those hills before, but really not anything. And then right about now, when you go over this hill, to the next hill, you get a lot of airtime, and that's probably the best part of the ride. But other than that, you really don't get anywhere near like Wicked Cyclone airtime. And just like that, you go to the tunnel, go down another little hill, and it's over. So can it really be considered as good as it is? Can it really be considered one of the top 5 coasters in the world, as Golden Ticket Awards has sometimes said? I don't think so. That's why I think it deserves the overrated spot in this video. And lastly, for fairly rated, I'm going to put Steel Vengeance here. Steel Vengeance is often considered the best roller coaster in the world, but for the video I'm going to say it's one of the best, like top 5, top 3 roller coasters in the world, and I think it's a well-deserving spot. It's one of the tallest RMCs. It's extremely tall. The drop is absolutely insane. The inversions are great, and it's perfectly smooth. There's no really complaints coming out this ride, and people usually have it within their top 5s, as I was saying before. I don't know if it's the best coaster in the world, but I think it's just about in that tier where it's like the El Toros, the Furies, the Intimidator 305s, like that elite tier of coasters. That's where it is, and I think it deserves to be in there. This drop is absolutely insane. It's the best drop of any RMC, in my opinion. We'll have to see about Iron Gwazi and Zadra. And then every single move here, you just get so much airtime. RMC really killed it with this one, and they were trying to go for airtime, and they did it. They really got a lot of airtime. Some of these inversions are quick, very jerky, but you get a lot of hang time on them. awesome inversions. I love the intensity on this ride. You know, it's element after element after element, over and over again. And one thing you gotta say about it compared to Iron Rattler is that it's so long. The track length is extremely long, and really it just pushes it over a ride like Iron Rattler. And one thing that people were scared about in the beginning was the mid-course brake run, but as we just saw before, it really doesn't slow you down. You don't lose any momentum, and you're still hauling throughout this layout. This ride is still moving. I mean, it's just awesome, and for how long of a ride it is, you really can't complain about it. It's still moving throughout the layout. By this time, Wicked Cyclone, by the time it was on its third lap, is super slow, and that's why it's maybe not as good. And Iron Rattler would have been over about 5 minutes ago. So, you know, this is just one of those rides that it's the best in the world. That's gonna be it, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Let me know if you think they're underrated, overrated, or which one's fair, you know, stuff like that. Also, let me know 3 more coaster ideas if you want me to touch on those for the near future. I'll see you guys next time.
No one can stop me, I feel like the greatest. Don't say be humble, I patiently waited. All of this love and I ain't even